Hello everybody. Before I begin the next set of tutorial pertaining to alcohol, I would like to share one of my experiences with you. When I started understanding chemistry, I was very fascinated by the fact that how the alcohol in the breath of drivers were analyzed. So I did a little bit of research and found out that this mechanism was used by a brand name called breathalyzer, which sells this small portable, cell which is used by the policeman to find out how much alcohol content is there in the breath of a driver for safe driving. And in case you're interested in knowing, in India, the standard set is 0.03% of alcohol per 100 ml of blood. That percent of alcohol is allowed for driving. Anything more than that, uh, you may be given, you may be addressed for a fine or probably a lockup, etc. So I was fascinated by how does this breath analyzer work. So it is based on the principle of fuel cell, which uses a redox reaction to find out the amount of electricity which is generated, and then it is digitized in order to find the concentration present in the breath. All right, not in the blood, but in the breath. So, how does it work? Is the alcohol, the ethanol which is there, it undergoes a reaction. Okay, it undergoes rather a redox reaction, which I would just explain. So, the redox reaction taking place is at the cathode and anode. This is the reaction happening at the anode. You have the ethanol, which is CH3, CH2, OH. That reacts with the moisture content which is present in the air. Getting oxidized, the alcohol gets oxidized to CH3COO minus, H plus. You have to balance the reaction. So this is the reaction happening at the anode. And that is oxidation. And the reaction happening at the cathode is the oxygen which is present. This reacts with the H plus generated at the anodic part of the cell and the 4 electrons to give you water. So these are the two reactions which happen at the electrode, and a current is generated from which the concentration of the alcohol can be analyzed. So unless and until you understand the chemistry behind alcohol, the chemistry behind redox reactions, how would you ever think of, coming across with some bright ideas? Okay, so that means you need to know alcohol, the structures, the reactions, in order to think up some bright ideas related to that subject. Okay, so this is how I would go ahead explaining to you the structures of various alcohols present. This is not the only alcohol which is, under study or which can be used up for some. I mean, these studies of the alcohol will help you to understand a lot of things, and maybe you will one day come up with something, which will fascinate the world. So I would explain to you what an alcohol is, what kind of reactions alcohols undergo. So in this episode of mine, I will teach you the naming or the nomenclature of alcohols in correlation to my previous episodes, where I would wind up the alcohol, phenol, and ethers nomenclature in my upcoming episodes. So we will start with the naming. In today's lesson, we will start with alcohols. So let us begin. Alcohols have the functional group OH. So as usual, because you all have gone through my last videos, you know how it works. If we have one hydrogen of methane replaced with OH, this becomes an alcohol, okay? So the common name of this compound is methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. And the IUPAC name of this compound is methane's E is replaced with OL. So this is methanol, right? There is a system which is called the carbinol system also. In the carbinol system, this is called a carbinol, simply a carbinol, right? So we have a common name, we have a carbinol system which is called carbinol, and the IUPAC name is methanol. So let us go to another alcohol, the next homologue. The common name is ethyl alcohol. IUPAC name, yes, it is ethanol. And in the carbinol system, guess what is it called? See, the system of carbinol defines a carbon with an OH as a carbinol. So I have an extra methyl group here. So in the carbinol system, this would be called methyl carbinol. Yes, I hope it is clear. We go to the next compound to name, and that is my favorite. Yes, this is isopropyl alcohol. Rightly guessed. If you have closely followed my episode 1, you will know this isopropyl group, and I am not repeating. In case you have not followed it, do go to the first episode of mine and you will know what is the iso group. I will not repeat it in this video. It's just a connecting nomenclature group for halogens and then for alcohol. Okay, so this is my isopropyl alcohol, which is the common name of the compound, and the IUPAC name, this is the numbering 1, 2, 3. Chain सिर्फ straight line के chain है नहीं. Chain is starting from one carbon and then ending onto the other carbon. So it is a propanol, but the ol is on the second carbon. So it is 2-propanol or propan 2-ol. It means the same. Okay. So the next one, my next favorite, a 3-degree carbon. So the common name of this compound is tertiary butyl alcohol. अगर दिमाग में सवाल आ रहे हैं ना ये कहाँ से आया, आप लोग जानते हो मेरे जवाब क्या हो. Please watch the first episode of mine. So again the IUPAC name, अभी तो फटाफट सब कुछ खत्म करना है, right? So there's a methyl group on the second carbon and an OH on the second carbon. So it is having the IUPAC name. ये IUPAC के column है. So this is 2-methyl propan 2-ol. 2-methyl propan 2-ol. Now, if you want to once again try in the carbinol system, what is it called? You will call it dimethyl carbinol. Okay, I hope you understand the flow. Dimethyl carbinol. What about this? The other one, it would be trimethyl carbinol. So anyone interested in the carbinol system can go ahead. So actually we are discussing what? Monohydric alcohols. Mono means one. So alcohol जिसमें one OH group है वो monohydric alcohols है. Let us go to the next one. We take this. What about this compound? What will you call this? This is called tert amyl alcohol. Tertiary, this carbon is tertiary, amyl alcohol. That is the common. And the IUPAC name of this compound, whenever you write IUPAC with an ethyl, please do not forget to split. Ethyl हो, propyl हो, उसको break down करो. Alright, if you break down, then you never go wrong with the IUPAC names. Break down करना है, नहीं तो सब कुछ गलत सलत हो सकता है. तो कहाँ से काउंट करना है? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because you should give the lowest number possible to the functional group OH. So numbering from right up to left gives you the longest chain with OH on the second carbon. So this is the branch. So this is 2-methyl butane 2. Okay, so this is the IUPAC name of this compound. Next, let us go to a cyclic monohydric alcohol. So this is cyclohexyl alcohol. कॉमन नेम में ना सिर्फ रेडिकल आई लगा दो तो कॉमन नेम हो जाता है. So the common name is cyclohexyl alcohol and the IUPAC name of this compound is cyclohexanol. We can create a lot of variety with a lot of substitutions. So बाद में करेंगे. Now let us go to the next compound. What do you think is the next compound I'll take up? Yeah, it is dihydric alcohols. Dihydric means दो OH group attached है. Okay, 2 OH groups attached to the parent hydrocarbon. अभी चलो, let us draw ethane. Geminal diols are rare. It isn't that they don't exist. Geminal diols are rare. They exist and are rare. So we will deal with the vicinal diols, which are there in the NCRT textbooks mostly. So this is a 2-carbon system. So iske IUPAC name, which is more systematic, this is a 2-carbon system. So ETHAN array. E is retained. E likhna hai. If the functional group is repeated more than once, do not drop the E. Do not drop the E. So it is called ethane 1,2-diol. And the common name, this is ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. Okay. So similarly, we can go on writing propylene glycol. कर देते हैं. ठीक है ना? This would be called propylene glycol. So its IUPAC name, पहले common name लिख देते हैं. Its common name is done. So now let us go to its IUPAC name. It is propane 1,2-diol. And some more variety अगर करनी है तो करते हैं. क्या है? So this is, have you seen the difference between पहले क्या लिखा था और अभी क्या है? तो इसका कॉमन नेम क्या होगा? प्रोपिलीन ग्लाइकॉल. क्या बोला? प्रोपिलीन ग्लाइकॉल तो पिछले वाला था. ये वाला क्या होगा? दिस इज ट्राइमिथिलीन. द कॉमन नेम इज ट्राइमिथिलीन glycol. And the IUPAC name is easily handleable. अभी 1,3-propane diol. ई याद रख रहे हो ना? ई लिखना है. फंक्शनल ग्रुप 2 बार रिपीटेड है तो ई लिखना है. वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. ओके. एंड इसके चलो डायोल बनाते हैं. So this is having the IUPAC name cyclobutane 1,2-diol. So dihydric alcohols बस और examples नहीं. काफी सीख लिए। अभी we'll go to trihydric alcohols. Okay, so the most popular example, common name, glycerol. मार्केट में बेचा जाता है ना ग्लिसरीन करके, जो लगाते हैं हम लोग स्किन ड्राई हो जाने से. सो दिस इज ग्लिसरॉल एंड द IUPAC नेम प्रो PAN. अरे ई लगाना है, 3 बार OH है, ई नहीं ड्रॉप करना है. इट्स नॉट ड्रॉप्ड. सो प्रोपेन 1 2 3 ट्राई ऑल. ओके, आई होप इट इज अंडरस्टूड. और एक साइक्लिक वाला कर लेते हैं. दीज आर इजी स्टफ. So let us put one OH, another OH. I hope you remember lowest addition rule, huh? अभी पढ़ाने वाले नहीं है ये. Okay. For any clarity regarding the lowest addition rule, go back to my पिछले videos, see it, and then you'll come to know what is it all about. So this is cyclopentane 1 2 4 tri. Okay, so with this finishes my monohydric, dihydric and trihydric alcohols. उसके बाद क्या आता है? पॉलीहाइड्रिक. ठीक है, वो नहीं करेंगे अभी. तो टास्क दे देते जल्दी से. ये लेसन का टास्क है. You will write the structure of isoamyl. You will write the structure of isoamyl alcohol as a first task. Second task, you will write the structure of pentamethylene glycol. And the last task, we will write the IUPAC name of this compound, because we don't have common names with triols. Okay, so with this, we come to an end. I hope this quick learning will come into use. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.